Hi, I'm Michelle, the hospice nurse and licensed veterinary technician at Heaven at Home. And this is Cletus, and we're going to demonstrate how you can medicate cats. So I'm going to show pill medicating as well as liquid and a couple of different techniques. Full disclosure, Cletus is very cooperative and he lets me do quite a bit. And you may have a cat that is not quite as cooperative, but we're going to do our best. So first thing I like to do is make sure that I have all of my supplies handy. That could be the medication. I like to have a little bit of water, especially with cats. And then if I need to, something to entice them, and butter also works really well with cats. And if I don't want to use my fingers, I make sure that I have a pill popper handy. So the first way I'm going to show is just directly down the hatch. And that's how I tend to do it because he is quite a bit easier. I'm right-handed, so I hold the pill in my right hand. With my left hand, I'm going to hold just above his jaw, or just below his jaw. And then I'm going to pull down his lower jaw and push it back. And he's going to swallow. But even if I see him swallow, I'm going to take a little bit of water and just drop it on his nose. And that'll make him lick, which will stimulate the swallowing. So that is my preferred way when I can. Another way you can do it is using these pill poppers. It gives you a little bit more distance. And the tips are soft, so they're not going to traumatize the mouth or the tissue. Since he's already had his medicine for the day, I'm going to use a little piece of hot dog for this one. And you just push it right down in there. And then I'm going to use the same technique to hold him. And I've kind of got him secured in my arms, and the table is at a nice level, so it's easier for me to hold him. I'm not hurting my back. But I'm going to hold his jaws, and then with this, I'm just going to kind of get it towards the back of his mouth and then pop it in. And so that way is pretty easy. With cats, you can smear a little bit of butter on the pill, and that can just help it to go down a little bit easier, and they like it. So that's helpful as well. If you can get a cat to take medication just simply in like a chew or a paste or canned cat food, that works too. But a lot of cats can't be fooled, and they're not going to just take it on their own. If you have to give liquid medication, you'll most likely get a dropper. And this is quite a large one, so you may not be given something like this, but it's just what I happen to have on hand. And this is just simply water. But I'm using the same technique where I hold his jaw, and then I take this and I just kind of stick it towards the back between where his upper and lower jaw meets. And then I just squirt it back. A lot of liquid medications taste really bad to cats, so they're not going to sit very still for it, in which case you can use a towel if you don't have another person to help you hold. And with a towel, I'm simply just going to lay it out flat. And then I'm going to set him on top of it and have him lay down. And then we're just going to wrap it up behind him. So that way, just his little head is poking out. And that gives me a little bit more security. And then I can grab that head pretty easily and then just go ahead and medicate him just like that.